There are times when God teaches you to say less, not because you are afraid to speak, not because your opinion does not matter, but because before certain things change in your life, you need to learn when to speak, when to wait, and when to remain silent. For many people, this lesson comes with age. You begin to realize that every misunderstanding does not need an explanation. Every criticism does not need an answer. And every plan does not need to be shared before it happens. Scripture says, "Be still and know that I am God." Psalm 46:10. Being still is difficult when you want answers. It is even more difficult when you believe you need to do something immediately. But sometimes, the wisest thing you can do is wait. Think about how often we create unnecessary problems by speaking too quickly. We answer while we are angry. We make promises before thinking. We tell people about plans that are not yet ready. Then later, we wish we had waited. This is one reason God teaches us the value of silence. Silence gives you time to listen. It gives you time to see a situation more clearly. And it gives you time to pray before you react. Ecclesiastes 3:7 says there is a time to keep silence and a time to speak. That distinction matters. Biblical wisdom does not teach us to remain silent about everything. There are times when truth must be spoken. There are times when you need to set a boundary, ask for help, or stand up for what is right. But there are also times when speaking only adds more noise. As you grow spiritually, you begin to recognize the difference. You may notice this in ordinary life. Someone says something unfair about you. Your first instinct is to defend yourself. You want to explain what really happened. But then you ask yourself, will this conversation actually solve anything? Sometimes the answer is yes. But sometimes, you know the other person has already decided what they want to believe. In that moment, silence can protect your peace better than another argument. Proverbs 17:27 says, "He that hath knowledge spareth his words." Maturity often changes the way you respond. When you are younger, you may feel that everyone needs to understand you. As you grow older, you realize that being understood by everyone is impossible. And before your life changes, God may be teaching you to stop depending so much on the approval of others. Maybe you are making an important decision. Maybe you are leaving behind an old habit. Maybe you are preparing for a new chapter in your life. You do not have to announce every step. Some plans need time before they are shared. There is wisdom in working quietly. There is wisdom in praying about something before asking 10 different people for their opinions. There is wisdom in allowing God to guide you before the voices around you become louder than the conviction within you. Isaiah 30:15 says, "In quietness and in confidence shall be your strength." That kind of quietness is not weakness. It means you are learning not to react immediately. You are learning that you do not have to win every argument. You are learning that peace is sometimes more valuable than having the last word. And these lessons matter before things change, because a new season may require a different version of you. If you continue reacting to every criticism, sharing every plan, and allowing every opinion to influence you, you may carry old habits into new opportunities. So sometimes, before circumstances change, God works on the way you respond. He teaches patience before giving you greater responsibility. He teaches restraint before placing you in situations that require wisdom. He teaches you to listen before expecting you to lead. And he teaches you that silence can be a form of strength. Perhaps you have noticed yourself becoming quieter lately. You are less interested in arguments. You no longer feel the need to explain every decision. You are more careful about what you share and with whom you share it. That does not necessarily mean you are withdrawing from life. It may simply mean you are becoming more discerning. The important thing is to use that quietness well. Do not fill it with worry. Use it to pray. Use it to think clearly. Use it to examine what needs to change in your own life. Use it to listen before making your next decision. Because sometimes God teaches you to stay silent before everything changes. Not because silence itself changes your circumstances, but because it changes the way you are prepared to handle what comes next. So do not feel pressured to explain everything. Do not answer every criticism. Do not share every plan before it's time. Learn when to speak and learn when to be still. Sometimes, the preparation for your next chapter begins with saying less, listening more, and trusting God with what you cannot yet see. If this message speaks to you, comment. I will be still and trust God.